Latest in stories making headlines, and we kick this off with politics. Teams from both the ruling Kenya Kwanza administration and those from the Azimio coalition are set to officially start talks following the passing of a motion entrenching the dialogue team. Now, yesterday, the Senate passed a motion entrenching the teams led by Kalonzo Musyoka and Kimani Ichung'wah. Our reporter, Emmanuel To, is at the Bomas of Kenya, but we do understand that the events have already started, so let's just cross over and get those live pictures.
Requesting them to take note of the matter that is under deliberation by the National Dialogue Committee. Therefore, that will also be going out. I think in the interest of time, I want to invite my co-chair, the convener from the Azimio side, His Excellency.
Thank you, Kimani. We indeed have made tremendous progress. Wahenga ndio walisema ukiona vyaelea ujue vimeundwa. So a lot of work has been done. Ndio sasa vitu vimeanza kuelea. And we want to encourage Kenyans to continue to have faith in this team. The cameras, I'm sure, will have focused on National Dialogue Committee. We've given ourselves an acronym, NADCO. So ukimwona mama pale mheshimiwa namuita NADCO member, not hardcore, or Hassan Omar, all of us. And I can tell you the gelling is tremendous, and that's why we are making progress. We thank our technical teams, and indeed we thank our both houses of Parliament, the National Assembly, and the Senate, because they have now given their unanimous approval and support to the work of this team. So, yeah, we're going to sign the framework agreement soon after this, and we're also going to sign agreement on the issues that will be presented. And we're going to tell Kenyans what to do next. We continue to reiterate that this is serious national work. If ever there was a moment that this country should come together, it is now. And we are determined as a team to make sure that happens. And we continue to tell Kenyans to ignore the naysayers. There will always be those who feel threatened for whatever reason by something so illustrious, because this is wonderful work. And we're going to move very, very fast. A lot of work will be happening also. I think sometime we've agreed on the work plan again, the dates and everything, and when to have stakeholder engagement, for example, that is clear. And so we're ready to sign, we're ready to go. A lot more work remains to be done. And therefore, when we call on the stakeholders, I'm sure every Kenyan will know they are stakeholders. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe before we sign, the only other issue, as has been mentioned by His Excellency, we appreciated the work that has gone on in Parliament, both houses. The Senate passed the motion yesterday without any amendments, as passed by the National Assembly. And that therefore puts in motion the 60 days that we say. Then we have appreciated the Senate for the work they put in yesterday, and recognize that now our 60 days begin ticking from yesterday. And that is why we reaffirm our commitment to complete this process within the set timelines. With that, I think...
Unless I have any questions.
Yes, question.
Is that Apollo?
Yes, yes, it's me. As far as the agenda of the talk is concerned, maybe what are the issues of priority do you have, maybe like what you're going to start with? And when you talk about IEBC, telling the selection fund to take note, how are you going to deal with the selection fund? Will it be suspended or what will happen, given you're tackling the issue of IEBC?
I think to begin with, Apollo, on prioritization, sorry, we didn't mention, we have adjourned to Friday this week at 10 a.m. to allow the Secretariat and the technical teams to work on prioritization of the issues and guide us on how we prioritize what issues do we begin with, so we'll be able to communicate that decision once we meet again on Friday. On the question of whether we are able to stop the selection panel, we are not writing to them to stop doing their work. is just to take what has been described by the Honorable Eugene Omaro in our meeting as judicial notice of the ongoings of this national dialogue team. Therefore, even as they progress their work, then they take note that it's part of the issues that we are engaging on. And for sure, I am certain when we begin to engage with stakeholders, those are among the stakeholders most likely that